On this episode of BeamNG Roadkill, we see which Charger mod is the best. There's a lot of carnage. Oh boy. So here we are with 4 Dodge Chargers sitting in front of you. And on each side, they're from different mods. Because we have had a new Charger mod come out. And I feel like the differences between them are stark enough to where we need to see which is the better mod. And I think it's a pretty clear answer, but each of them kind of have their benefits. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna look them over. So the cars that you are familiar with, of course, is our 1968 Charger, the General Sleaze, as I've always called it. And it's a pretty simple car. It's black, kind of built like the General Mayhem, not having all the glass in it and whatnot. I think I put the rear windows in at some point, but yeah. Pretty much my definition of like what a driver's Charger would be. And then the car that we purposely built to have body roll, the Barger. And currently it is rocking a blown 318 and it has junk suspension. Pretty sure this one's a manual, this one's an automatic. But the new mod, as you can see, these are both General Lees. One of them, I'm going to tell you at the end of this, is probably going to be destroyed. The other one I'm going to actually try to take care of because I have always wanted a General Lee to kind of thrash around. And I think this one's perfect because it's not in terrible shape, but it's also not in great shape. But also, here you have this one, which it doesn't even have the original taillights, unfortunately. It's just LED lights that got pasted in. Ooh. That does not look good under there. Okay. And it won't open. Is that because of the antenna? Probably the antenna. Is it also glitched under there? It is also glitched under there. Well, of course, this one has moving body panels and whatnot. This one does not yet, at least as far as I know. I'm not paying to get the paid version of this mod. But something that these definitely have over the other Chargers is their engines, which I will... So I don't have to take the hood off, I'll just hide it. So in here you can see how detailed of an engine bay they have. The motors are pretty, basic. They're not crazy or anything, or crazy high detailed, but it's a respectable looking engine bay. These, on the other hand, the interiors are great. I don't think the interiors are bad, but oh my... that is awful. Like, in general, this is probably the worst looking engine bay I have seen in BeamNG ever. It is the worst. It is all one color. It is all just bleh. It's not good looking. The other car is exactly the same. So, you could definitely give Crusader? I think Crusader? You can definitely give him the win on detail and accuracy for these Chargers because they're great. They look good. They feel better to scale, in my opinion. I think these cars are a little rough on scale, but yeah. Now, something that gives, I think Matt, something like that is his name. I can't pronounce it. Something that gives these cars some authority over Crusaders. The sound of my people. She sound good. Both of them sound really good. And I will also say, from the mod standpoint, this charger probably has a lot more interesting configurations in it. There's also an RB. May or may not potentially put an RB in a General Lee to really piss people off. But yeah, there's some more interesting options with this mod. As you can see here, the two General Lees. There's a normal Yeah, you know what? I'll show it. I'll show them. So compared to Crusaders, you know, you have a lot of good like OEM configurations. You have some movie cars, some drag configurations and whatnot, but not really much that are crazy. But then with Matt's here, you have a whole bunch of OEM. You have a police config. You have different years of the generally. So the dude is really versed in, you know, the generalese and whatnot. Bi-turbo V8. The fuck? And of course, like, you got popular cars, one in like Panther Pink, Dom Toretto's Charger, of course, like I said, the RB, a race car that kind of looks like the Ice Charger from Fast and Furious. You get a lifted variant. So, and you have 68s and 70s too, so that it's not really like there's a shortage on particular configs. I really need to look at that bi-turbo one because that is interesting to me. So the main reason why I bring you all here today is because we're going to see which mod gets down and thrashes the best. And I will say, for these basically being accurate on what kind of suspension came in a 68 Charger, having torsion rods in the front, having Caltrax equipable, which I think both of these have Caltrax on them, I hope, because we're going to be doing burnouts. Whereas these, it is actually not really... Yeah, I'm going to destroy the bumper for a second. On this thing, it's not actually a normal suspension that a Charger would have. It's actually a Barstow front clip that he kind of threw in this thing. So this Charger has basically normal suspension in it. I would say that probably this is your Crown Vic mod of a Dodge Charger, because it has the A-arms in the front, the independent suspension, and then a straight axle with leaf springs, which I'm pretty sure when people do Crown Vic remodels of a generally, they either keep the stock suspension or try to swap at the leaf springs. But yeah. Alright, the first challenge. Alright, challenge number 1. Generally, it's got to be able to get down and get away from the police. So, we're out at the drift track. We're going to see how this thing kind of slides around in some pavement. We will be going off-roading. You bet your ass we're doing that. And as you can see, not the, just the basic BeamNG sound effect for this car. But Crusader's mod has always had a handling issue. These cars have never handled well, which is why you rarely see me drive this car. So, let's see how it does. Oh, and there we go. It really has an issue with over-rotating. But yeah, pretty much did it as I expected. It spun out a few times. The Barger, on the other hand, this is gonna be rough because it's got some pretty wide tires in the back. Okay, why is it actually doing pretty good? Oh. Barger did better than I expected, honestly. Is it overheating? No. Alright, good job for the Barger. Honestly. And even good old Sleaze did alright. But, again, this mod has a terrible issue with over-rotating. I don't know if that's the kind of match how real chargers kind of handle. But it just feels like that maybe the steering angle just isn't enough. Maybe I'm able to get more out of it. If anyone knows how to solve the handling issue on these cars, let me know, honestly, because I'm open to it. I'd like this thing to handle good. Alright, let's get to the lees. Alright, something I didn't realize about this car. It is an open diff. I'm going to need to weld it. So I'm going to have to try extra hard here. Oh boy. I won't lie, that was abysmal with an open diff. But it definitely slides like it wants to drift and not over rotate, which is welcome. Alright, this one has at least either a welded diff or limited slip. Let's see how it does. Oh boy. Yeah, this one did the best. Alright, the other car needs a welded diff. Or we see if it does better with an open diff in the dirt. Yeah, I'm going with the dirt option. Alright. So let's see how these cars handle off-road, because obviously, if any Dukes and Hazzard fan knows, they go off on dirt roads, they slide around, they have fun. So we're going to do the same thing. Oh! That front end has no suspension travel. I really need to try hard to not put it in the ditch. Ooh. Alright, the big turn. Ah, that was a good turn. Alright, not bad. Did better than I expected it to. Is it pulling? Ooh, I think I might have broke something in the suspension. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know what I hit. That wheel doesn't. Neither front wheels look like that they are centered. I don't know. Maybe it's towed in. I don't know. All right, Barger. Given how this thing performed Christmas last year, I am expecting a good performance from this car. Oh, don't oversteer. The suspension bottoms out so bad. Oh, God. Oh. The front suspension has just no travel. And that just causes it to make the car just go into shock. I will say, this thing is a riot for me never putting a Hemi in it. I want to put a Hemi in it, but this little 318 is just surviving. Okay. Is it better or is it worse on dirt? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't want to slide. Oh. There we go. This thing's gonna overheat. Okay. It is not better. And it is overheating pretty bad. Yeah, let that low poly motor air out. Alright, the final car. I would say if this thing did the best at drifting, it is probably going to do better here. So. This thing is sketchy to drive as well. Oh, wait. Well, it handled it well. Ooh, front suspension did not like that. Oh, it does not want to turn anymore. Yeah, that left front is not happy. You know what I'm just beginning to realize? All four of these just have their fucking flaws. I guess just because it is an old muscle car. Alright, well, let me think of one last thing we could do here. Really figure out the penultimate of this video. Alright, well, for this poor Charger, I think I'm just going to put it out of its misery. Let's just see how many laps it does around this course. Oh, it does not handle well anymore. Oh, flat landing. Oh, it has no more steering. Yeah, it's not going to make it around the track again. Alright, maybe we do one more thing to have fun with it. So I think the last thing we'll do with this car is something I call the Desert Endurance. And there's a trail that I like to take throughout Johnson Valley that really puts a car to its limits. And we're going to send it. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Oh boy. Don't hit those rocks hard. Oh boy. Oh, the oil pan. I don't want to destroy this engine. Damn it. Alright, we're gonna have to do a take two. Alright, we're gonna go for part 2. And I've hooked up a shift light. I wish that was more in my vision. I want to try not to over-rev this thing. I don't know if that was oil pan or not. That might have been. Oh. Ooh, that looks like oil pan killer. This does as well. That's oil pan killer. Oh, that's a deep hole. keep going. Ah, the oil pan again. It's too low. Oh. Try to keep it out of that center rut. Engine oil critically low. Oh, God. Go this way, come on. Can I make it back before the motor grenades? Oh. Ooh, maybe not. Engine is starved of oil. I don't hear it throwing a rod, so. Oh. Something in the front end is unhappy too. Whoa. Home stretch. Don't hit the brakes. Just coast it. Oh, and we're in the trees. Well, there we go. That's how you successfully destroy 383. It's not knocking, though. So the engine should be fine. But everything else about the car is not. It is not happy. But you know what? It survived. It did its job. The doors are kind of falling off. And for a Dodge Charger that I would say that I was excited for this mod, and I think it was a little overhyped. It is really well done. A lot of the general release skins are really cool, but it's rough around the edges. It needs a lot of work for it to be level with Crusader's mod. The engine bay and everything, it's not good enough. So, yeah, there's my honest review of this new Charger mod. Is this thing going to return? Yes. But it's not going to be Mopar powered. Because it's either getting an LS or it's getting an RB. It's getting one or the other. So, hopefully you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, I just did the or the intro. Oh no. Oh, it blew up. Damn it.